Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, Wave 5 has just started. If you are running in Wave 5, you need to be at your check-in area now. Thank you.
So far on this course, just 2 completions. Both of them in the young adult category. Vance Walker, and who was the other one?
Stephen Graham. Abigail Cole, young adult female.
She is through the building blocks. Now on to forward progress. Got to bridge a gap here somehow.
Yeah, those pipes get just enough of a swing to make it hard to static it. She has enough wingspan to static it, though. Taking her time here, making sure she gets through.
Now the time limit has been the big obstacle. 1 minute 10 seconds, and that has been the major obstacle to overcome here for all the competitors and all the age groups.
Yeah, you look at her, she's only got 25 seconds left. Took her time on those first 2 obstacles.
The lily pads will fall on you if you don't hit them dead center, and that's exactly what happened to Abigail Cole.
Good work here on the swings, though, generating a lot of momentum.
Coming to the end of her time limit, they can run until the end of their time limit.
Oh! Tried to overgrip it.
Big fall there for Abigail.
Most of the people have been using switch grip on that.
The aerial barrels also twist, and that's what happened to Abigail. Came loose. She landed pretty flat on the mat, but she did hit the back of her head on the mats, and in an abundance of care. The officials and her trainers are right there. And Abigail is up. Next up, Bart Davis. Another of the Masters males.
For the Masters, the big roadblock has been the aerial barrel. It's taken out a lot of them.
The Masters division, which interestingly enough I run in, you run in the young adult division. Masters division just doesn't have the raw speed. Art with a nice transfer there and good upper body strength. He's going to make it through forward progress.
Yeah, he's not moving like a Masters competitor.
No, he's moving very well.
Smooth through the forward progress.
And you just can't rush here. And that's what happens. When you rush, you overstep.
Yeah.
And if you don't step right in the middle of the lily pads, they move on you. This is really where Art probably should have gotten to. He knows it. Now you got to regroup with the last 30 seconds.
Just didn't have enough momentum on that swing.
Yeah, the raw explosiveness that the younger competitors have is just not there in the Masters division. And it's a life we all lead. And we haven't seen anybody try this on the St. Lawrence Gap, but if you stop your momentum, you're never going to make the transfer up to the next one.
This has been the other roadblock for all the Masters. No one has completed this obstacle when their run was still going.
Give Art Davis a lot of credit. He did not quit. He hung in there. Competitors need to hit a buzzer in order to advance. To stage 2, unless no one in their division advances. No Masters male has touched the buzzer yet. Neither has there been a young adult female, and this is Maggie Owen giving it a shot.
Maggie Owen, good lockoffs there on the forward progress pipe.
If no one touches the buzzer, the top 35% advance to stage 2 anyway, but the World Championship is still at stake if there are no buzzers in your division.
Yeah, no buzzers goes to farthest, the fastest on stage 1. Maggie Owen taking her time here on the lily pads, gets through them. I don't know if we've seen a young adult female get through this swing. Generating a lot of momentum.
Big swing here for Maggie Owen. And she
got the barrel.
She has the first aerial barrel. The second one twists too.
She has time to complete this obstacle. Maybe not enough time to complete the course, but goes down on the aerial barrel.
So her time will be based on her completion time of the lily pads. And you'll have to check the scoreboard and the standings as the competitions continue here to see if that's enough. But that's a nice run from Maggie Owen. Now Jeremiah Boyd from Conquer Ninja in Burnsville, Minnesota.
Yeah, this guy was top 4 on American Ninja Warrior Junior Season 1.
He can clear the pole vault at a height of 10 feet. That's pretty impressive.
I'll take your word for it. Oh yeah, he's moving.
The big obstacle for ninjas like Jeremiah Boyd is the time limit on this course. Can he get there in 1 minute 10 seconds? You basically have to make it through Tar Heel Turn with about 25 seconds left. Good so far on time for Jeremiah Boyd.
Yeah, Jeremiah is moving very well. Look at how calm he looks on this barrel.
Still plenty of time here. Good coaching from his coach. And he made the catch. Now he's going to have to hurry. It's at 25 seconds now. No time to waste for Jeremiah Boyd.
Vance Walker cleared that obstacle with 24 left. Jeremiah has the time.
Huge Lachey. Jeremiah Boyd, a couple of
10
swings
seconds
away.
for the fidget spinners.
Can he be the third finisher? Jeremiah
He's
Boyd.
got a chance.
He's going to make it.
Jeremiah Boyd.
It's a buzzer for Jeremiah Boyd, the third buzzer of the day. He has advanced to stage 2. What a run.
He knew exactly how much time he had. He was efficient through the first couple obstacles, and he turned it on for the last couple.
What a moment for that young man from up in Minnesota. And Henry, that's the course right now. The energy sapping, but more importantly, time sapping first half. You can't rush any of these first obstacles. And Jeremiah didn't. And then you just got to turn around, Tar Heel Turn, and there's no stopping. And he didn't stop. Something else.
Aaron Orth now. Ooh. Almost stumbled a little bit on the steps.
He's from Naperville, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago.
I don't know if they have a gym in Naperville, but it sure looks like they do.
And Aaron smartly taking his time here. This looks like an obstacle you can cut off time on, and you just can't. Jesse Flex Lebrecht coaching Aaron Orth from the sidelines, and Aaron attacks that one from underneath. Aaron's still good on time, but he's got to get there.
Plenty of time if he can get it.
25 seconds for the second half of the course.
He has all day.
He is into the St. Lawrence Gap. Turned around a little bit. No, he got turned around a little bit. Can he make up the time? Here comes Aaron Orth.
10 seconds.
To go.
He's going to have to go.
Can't take any
He has to throw.
Here. Oh,
he has to dismount right now. He's not going to make it.
Close, and it was just that close for Aaron Orth.
Wow. He got hung up on that rope getting to the first bar on the St. Lawrence Gap. Took about 7 seconds, and he needed it.
Put his hands on there backwards and couldn't unfold himself. But boy, was he in front of the clock for most of that run. That run will get Aaron Orth to stage 2. Unfortunately, he will not be competing for a world title, as there are 2 finishers already.
3 now. We just saw Jeremiah do it.
See, you're keeping much better math than I am. Elias Muli, also from Ultimate Ninjas Naperville. His ninja hero is Daniel Gill. We'll see if Jessie Lebrecht sticks around to help Elias. And she does. She has. What a thrill for these ninjas to get a chance to have one of those type of people coaching them.
Good dismount. Went a little early on that dismount, but took a lot of time on the forward progress. Taking his time here on the balance as well.
Elias missed putting his feet on the bar. And the clock working against Elias right now.
Struggling to get that thing moving. He's really pushing it, though. Gets the grab.
Plenty of reach there, but the clock against him.
He really has to move.
And he knew it.
Went for the forward grab.
He knew it. Gets a chance to take the runaround Tar Heel turn, and everybody wants to try St. Lawrence Gap. Nice run from Elias Muli. So interesting that the timing of this course, you heard the buzzer go off. Elias over there in the fidget finale. He needed probably another 20 seconds. We've seen a lot of competitors that could have done it with an extra 10 seconds. We're seeing that on the adult course too, Henry. It's almost as if the timing, which seems random, was absolutely perfect this year here in Greensboro.
Absolutely.
Next up, Cole Jones. He is a favorite among the fans in the Southeast.
Yeah, everyone knows who Cole is. Tennessee, really strong little dude.
He is Cole the Butcher. Trains at Fortified Fitness and Tenacity up in Paducah, Kentucky.
Bit of a drive.
Sure is.
Very efficient through those first few obstacles. A lot of people are getting through it in 20 seconds. He gets through it in 14 seconds.
A pitcher, when he plays Little League Baseball, showing some balance here.
That's how you get that swing moving. Land with 1 foot on it, get your hands on it right after. Not showing the urgency that he should, though.
Now, inside 10 seconds to make the turn. We just can't see the back half of this course being done any faster than we've seen it. Cole is going to be up against the clock.
That's going to be okay.
He is going to have to find a way through the fidget finale and make up time there.
No time to burn for Cole. Oh, and a miss. That did not help him.
Lost a half a second there. Here comes Cole Jones. The final stretch. So close. And you just can't get through this any faster. So close if he'd have been able to static it. But the fidget finale spaced just far enough apart to where you can't. Cole Jones needed 3 more seconds and he'd have been there.
If that.
Wow. Just that close.
And we've seen that all day.
A hell of a run for Cole the Butcher. Next up, going to be Evan McNeil.
See Evan visualizing what he's going to do.
Yeah, the foot you start on is the foot you're going to jump off of if you're so inclined to worry about it on the building blocks. Most of these young adults have enough spring in both legs. They're not worried about it.
Good start for Evan, coming out of the gate pretty fast. He gets through it in just 13 seconds, those first 2 obstacles. And it's those little things. Saving 2-3 seconds on the first couple obstacles helps.
We just saw it with Cole Jones.
Yeah.
That's all he needed. Evan McNeil with a lot of swing here. He's going for it here. Good on time.
2 swings on that.
Evan McNeil with some length here and obviously some strength, and he hangs on with everything he had.
He's breathing well. He looks calm.
Right at the number. 25 seconds around Tar Heel turn. Made it through St. Lawrence Gap.
He has time.
Oh, Evan McNeil could be finisher number 4.
Oh, hung up on this rope. That doesn't help. He's still ahead of Jeremiah Boyd's pace.
Lost some time there.
Big throw. I think he's got this.
Evan McNeil.
Evan McNeil. There's another one.
That could be the fastest run of the week. 1:06. He left almost 4 whole seconds on the clock. For those watching at home, the run order is based on an inverted point standings from the year. So as we go through the waves, you have ninjas that have accumulated more points over the season. 4 finishers as we get to Matthew Tortorella.
I was going to let you say it first.
We're good friends with the Tortorellas.
Absolutely.
The Flippin' Landlord Ninja. He has an office gym, and he is in the process of opening a ninja gym with a couple of fellow ninjas. And if he's in real estate, he's probably got himself a good deal.
Yeah. Good agility through those lily pads.
Well, if there's going to be a Masters male take control of this competition, you got to imagine it's a soon-to-be gym owner.
He hit that barrel well, but a lot of people hit with some forward momentum. He's going to have to build it from scratch.
Matthew Tortorella able to hang on the second aerial barrel.
See, a lot of people are more calm when they get here.
Losing time,
not much
but
time left.
Finishing that obstacle and finishing
If he
this
can get
obstacle.
through this obstacle, he will be first place for Masters Male, but he just doesn't have enough time left.
Oh, he knew it, and that will give you some rope burn sliding down that rope like that. Matthew Tortorella figuring that out right now. Yeah, that hurt.
That'll still be, that's 4th place for the Masters.
A 4th place run for Matthew Tortorella. Most likely will need to heal those hands so that he can run stage 2 tomorrow. They will combine your stage 1 score with your skills competition score with the secondary competition here. World's Strongest Ninja. This is Stephen
Shinamian, maybe? Shinamian?
Yeah, Shinamian.
That'll work.
Well done. You have the patience to read it off the screen. I'm trying to read it off the little sheet of paper.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger on the screen.
He goes by the ninja nickname of Scuba Steve, the iconic character from, well, we'll just skip it. It's an Adam Sandler production.
Oh, he overshot the dismount.
Oh, Scuba Steve with a little too much. You cannot overshoot any of these landing pads, except maybe the next one if you can then take that momentum with you around Tar Heel turn. Scuba Steve has done everything he was looking for.
Look at the determination on his face. He was pushing. Low on time. Nothing he could do about that.
Really cool from a competitor standpoint to get to finish out the minute 10 seconds. Some have done more with it than others.
Yeah.
Scuba Steve went for it. I mean, these are the moments you've waited for all year long, and the moments you'll be thinking about until next year.
Exactly. You got to make the most of it.
An uproar from the professional course as a competitor is getting very close to finishing. They've had about 10 finishers over there.
Close.
And I don't think he
they
made
it. No.
Meanwhile, in front of us, Sarah Lamb starting things off on the building blocks.
Young adult female and a little on the short side. Has to climb up the rope. A lot of people have been able to go straight through the rope.
Well, she calls herself the Bitty Beast. Trains at NOLA Muscle Park, one of your favorite gyms.
Yep.
And not surprisingly, a young adult female called the Bitty Beast. You want to guess who her ninja hero might be?
Anyone's short.
Barclay Stockton.
That'll work.
Sarah Lamb, she's only 4'9".
Ladies and gentlemen,
that is a gigantic reach for someone under 5 feet tall.
She barely bridges the gap here on these lily pads.
For skills tomorrow, your wave time is still to be determined. In order to ensure athletes that move on to stage
Great
2
balance,
will not be
good recovery on
double-scheduled
those
with
lily
skills,
pads.
we cannot provide a run order
and that
until
one just
all
not
athletes
right
have
enough.
run the stage
Yep,
1
leans to her.
course.
You're exactly
Last
right. That's a
stage 1
longer
wave
gap
is
to the last
scheduled
one.
For 8:30 to 10:30 this evening, and the National Ninja League will
She has to get a
post
huge
information
swing to
on
even
the
get close
website
to that
this
barrel.
evening.
Once
enough
again,
time left.
size working against Sarah Lamb, but look at the smile on her face.
For the 8 a.m. wave. And
Sarah Lamb with a great run here in the World Finals. We'll see if that's enough to move her on. There have been no young adult female buzzers.
For the 8 a.m.
And
wave.
we'll see.
Thank you for that. Also, important, the parking lot is full. The complex is turning away cars. So if you have friends or family members that you know are coming, please advise them to either use ride shares or be dropped off.
Here's Cody Dolan.
Once again, the parking lot
Trains
is full
with
and they're
Sam
turning
Warriors
cars
down
away.
in Houston.
So if you know that people are arriving, friends or family or anyone else, please
And
advise
also using
them
those
to
lockoffs
drop
on the
off
pipe.
or
Well,
to
what
use
an
ride
inspiration it
shares.
must be to
Thank
train
you.
with Sam.
Oh, yeah.
As you're a Masters competitor, I get a chance to work with Glenn Davis and other of the great Masters competitors. And when you see these guys that are your age or older, it's a heck of an inspiration. And unfortunately, Cody
Started with
Dolan
the
lost.
wrong foot.
Yeah, he lost his balance over there, and the lily pads claim another victim.
And you see the people that start with the left foot are much more efficient. It throws you off early, but for the big move, you really want to have your right foot down and go into your left.
It's the little things.
Yeah.
And on a course like this, Henry, those are critical.
It's all about efficiency.
Really interesting to watch your young adult division learn that. And this is a very technical course in that regard. You don't think much about it being a minute 10 seconds. Every single one of these obstacles, everybody here in the competition can do.
Yeah, and you don't really have time to figure out how to do them. You have to know what you're going to do before you run, and then you have to stick to your plan.
So Cody Dolan finishes up his run. Samson is here, by the way. What a thrill that is. Anthony D'Amico, next up from Jimja Warrior.
What is that?
I don't know, but he's a coach there.
Okay.
I like that. Jimja.
This is like a gym for ninja.
Well, that's what they're telling you.
Perfect. Some fun hair going.
I saw Anthony walking in earlier. He's got a lot of his entourage with similar hairdos.
Okay.
That could be a Jimja thing.
Yeah.
Anthony D'Amico plodding his way through the lily pads. Lost his right hand there.
Yeah, that's throwing off his momentum. He's actually going a little side to side.
Yeah, the swing.
Now, I like that. Goes back and pushes off the platform. Not sure if that's legal, but they haven't disqualified him yet.
Referee Jesse Wildman did not throw the flag in the air. Time working against Anthony D'Amico, but he's putting together a nice run here. A gritty run. Here he goes around Tar Heel turn. And everybody wants to get to the St. Lawrence Gap. And, well, that had to be distracting with the buzzer going off.
Just a late release. Probably second-guessed it.
Yeah, one of the rollers there on the left-hand side, the right side of the bar was in front of the left-hand side, so it bottomed out at different times.
Yeah. That could just be he started on a different side.
It's a much safer version of that obstacle than I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen that before, and the bars have been really unruly. I like this version.
Yeah, modeled after the double dipper. You see it on American Ninja Warrior. Look at how they did that. Just a lot easier to manage. Suzanne Himka?
She is the Ninja Granny.
Okay.
Altitude Ninja in Colorado Springs, Colorado. What an epicenter of this sport the Colorado area has turned into. The Ninja Granny, a 2018 OCR World Champion, the oldest woman in the world to finish the 9-mile 100 obstacle course.
Wow.
Suzanne was on the old American Gladiator TV show back in 1995. She actually won it.
Wow.
Quite impressive. She says, I'm a grandma that knows how to ninja. And she's been a tester on American Ninja Warrior for the last few years.
You get into it slowly but surely. Got to get through these lily pads. Not much time left. 10 seconds to get through them.
Henry, neither of your grandmothers are in this sort of shape right here.
Nope.
Suzanne working on it. How about that balance? And you can see why she had to pay attention, because that's a massive
ran
reach.
out of time.
So Suzanne, who finished the obstacle, she's pleading her case with Jesse Wildman. I want to keep going. Well, we're sorry. We all want to keep going.
Yeah. Here's our Masters leaderboard.
So, great run there from Suzanne Himka. And this will be Brett Law next. He trains in his home garage.
Another Masters competitor. See if he can get through that St. Lawrence gap. Whoa! What happened? Did he break something? It looked like he broke something. Yeah, he pulled the guard off of the pipe.
So a little debris there, and they will have to decide how to handle that. Those guards were taped down.
Yeah. This is not the first time they've broken, though.
Yeah, they were retaped after a certain Masters Ninja ran his run. That would be me. But I didn't do it because I didn't touch him. I didn't get that far. Brett Law undaunted, continuing on.
You got to keep an eye on the clock, though. Took a lot of time out of him. A lot of energy. See if he can get through these lily pads. Probably not going to have enough to complete anything else.
Well, Brett, one of those Masters competitors. Don't know what Jesse Wildman's ruling is going to be if Brett maybe offered a rerun because something, I don't know that was even serious enough to merit that.
I don't think it really affected him.
Yeah, I agree with you, but
you saw he started with his right foot on those lily pads. That did affect him. Took a lot of time.
Most Masters competitors turn down the rerun offers. Brett looks like he's a gamer.
Just couldn't get his hands around that pipe.
Yeah, and Brett has run out of time, but was continuing anyway, and you got to admire the spirit there. The 17th runner of the wave is Paul Henry, another Masters competitor from the Apex Climbing Gym.
He's from Missouri, right?
You know, I don't have that.
You don't have the location?
But I'm good with that, and we're actually going to have a little moment here as they are going to fix that, that cap. So we'll stand down here for a moment, assuming that the live stream will continue. I'll tell you one of the other things that has happened this year compared to previous years is this competition is run remarkably on time.
Oh yeah, they're putting 50 people in each wave, giving them 2 hours, minute 10 time limit. It's not taking nearly as long as it usually would.
And I think the biggest adjustment, besides a great course and enough volunteers to reset it, is the lack of the rules demonstration. The rules were all done on the video, and that's saving basically an hour per wave.
Absolutely. And you just go on the YouTube page, watch the rules video.
So there's a little safety padding that they put on the very first part there of forward progress, where the straps anchor to the bar. And that padding came off, so they're just reapplying the padding, not taking any chances here. That's another thing, another reason why we've stayed on time, is very little has broken down. And the resets,
done a good job with that too.
Yeah, the resets don't take much time at all. The ladder has been taken down. The mat back in place. They actually put the ladder right behind us, which I think is a great spot for it.
Yeah.
We're fairly trustworthy. And now we're ready for Paul Henry. He says he's just continually getting better every day. Looks up to Daniel Gill. The Apex Climbing Gym. So this should be a piece of cake for Paul Henry.
Yeah, if he's a rock climber, he should not have a problem with the upper body stuff.
Forward progress is good, but now patience required on the lily pad.
Smart decision starting with the left foot. Everyone that's done that has gotten to it a lot more efficiently than the ones who started with the right foot.
Another of the Masters competitors, the more you've done, the more damage is usually done to your ligaments, the knees, the ankles, and the hips. That creates instability and balance obstacles, and Paul Henry was very careful there.
Yeah, look at those forearms.
Yeah, this
See
guy,
the veins. This guy is very strong in the upper body.
Yeah, he is ready to get hanging on something, and if he can make it through this obstacle, it all starts for him.
He doesn't have much time, though. He was slow through the balance.
Oh, he's not going to get to the part where his strength would be shown off.
Yeah.
4 seconds, could still finish this obstacle,
Could still get through this. That would put him in 5th.
Oh, and couldn't get
Close.
the swing. He had to let go. He knew it. The clock is right over the top of that other barrel. Good run from Paul Henry.
And unfortunately, that does not put him on our leaderboard. Probably just off.
Next up, another Masters male, TJ Rehak. He is the maestro and the GF ninja.
What's GF stand
I would
for?
ask you, because you're one of the kids and you guys know all the abbreviations, but he's a master, so I'm
Yeah.
supposed to know this, and I don't know it. His biggest thrill as a ninja was placing in his first 2 ninja competitions. Another one that leads with the left foot. And that's going to cause him some problems at the end. You say you want to lead with the
No,
right
you want to
foot.
lead with the left foot.
You want to lead with the left.
He's good.
Okay, that's what
So you won't get caught up on that 4th one. Trying to change direction.
TJ
Huge
Rehak.
swing.
I mean, he almost finished this obstacle without needing to grab the aerial barrels. Got it. Time to finish it. He could get around Tar Heel
This
turn.
would put him in the top 5 if he makes this dismount. There it is. And can he get to here?
Yes, that's going to count. With less than a second, TJ Rehak got through Tar Heel turn. And it ends there at the St. Lawrence Gap, but that's a great run.
Yeah, that should put him in 5th place for the Masters. There you go, TJ Rehak. All about time for the Masters, getting through the aerial barrel and then the Tar Heel turn.
And another of your competitors You have both a Masters competitor and a young adult competitor here on the announce team. This is Jonah Brown, one of the young adults.
Good.
Jonah Brown, big and strong.
Whatever this guy eats, everyone should be eating. Whoa!
I'm not sure there's enough left. That was a big save for Jonah Brown. He actually overshot it, and he is through in with a quick time.
A good swing on this aerial barrel. He didn't even have to jump. He just fell into it.
Just about hit his face on the first aerial barrel. There again, and almost didn't have to get it there. A lot of time on the clock for Jonah Brown.
40 seconds.
He is the fastest we've seen yet. Now finish the race.
Makes it to the rope.
Holy cow.
Jonah Brown is moving.
Jonah Brown is going to take over the lead. The factor was time. He's got time to straighten this out.
Yeah.
No reason.
He's going to make sure this looks good. Jonah Brown, under a minute. He beats the fastest time by 10 seconds.
What a run from Jonah Brown. Another good run from Jake Murray going on the adult course. All the feeds here on YouTube. You can see them all. Jake Murray's going to have 30
beat Jonah's time.
seconds. Yeah, he's going to win over there. That course is just an hour left. You see down there on the starting line, Melinda Rothstein. She's actually looking right down the chute at the adult course.
There's Jake Murray.
Hopefully
his
not,
buzzer.
She's hopefully not focusing on that course.
Not even sure he beat Jonah's time. Melinda's off. Had a stumble on the steps, but recovered onto the rope. Another one of the shorter competitors has to climb up a little bit.
She trains with Barclay Stockett and Daria Beard. Trains up at Action Athletics up in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Stuck a little bit here on the rope.
You know, we've seen this happen to a couple of the shorter competitors. Once your momentum stops, you're in trouble.
Doing a smart thing, though. You got to climb up that ladder. That'll shorten up the reach. The swing is gone, and you're just going to have to hope to static this.
Maybe try to generate a swing. It's going to be hard to do on a rope.
She's just got to hope she can reach that first
Yeah.
forward progress. Yeah,
Goes down. See how she would have done. Left foot.
That is such a big reach.
Yeah.
The shorter competitors just really pushed right there.
If you don't get it on your first jump up, you jump through that rope, pull up, you're in trouble.
Well, a nice run for Melinda Rothstein. And able to get a slap in on the aerial barrel.
Yeah, still smiling too, so that's good.
Another of the young adults, the Machine Ninja, James Margaya. James trains at Iron Grip Ninja.
Yeah, you saw he just jumped through that rope. He's got some urgency here, taking a second swing though.
He is a green belt in karate and also does hip-hop dance.
You know, watch, he started with his right foot, so see, he's going to have to turn it around here, and that was it.
That was
he turned it around, and he couldn't turn around because it started moving.
Yeah, those. If you're not right in the middle of those lily pads, they just give out. Yeah. There's no room to make the adjustment mid-lily pad.
Oh, he caught that one hand at a time.
That's a lot of upper body strength from James Margaya.
Misses the second one. It was an awkward fall, but he's okay.
Yeah, left foot was underneath him, but
Scorpion.
When you're one of these kids, that's not going to hurt for a long time. That's not going to hurt till he turns 19.
Out of time, just wants to do the fidget spinners.
Well, we are up to 5 finishers in the young adult males. No females yet, no masters on either side to hit the buzzer, but 5 finishers here in the middle of wave 5. And as we get into the higher point standings, we expect that number to grow.
Yep.
Next up, Aiden
Armenia.
Yeah, Aimée Armenia. Aiden didn't give us any extra information. So a note when registering for next year's Nationals, put a couple of notes down. They don't even have to be true.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the best ones are the ones that are made up anyway.
Absolutely.
Here goes Aiden, quickly through the building blocks. No problem through forward progress.
He's not as long, so he can't static it. Has to make those big hop moves. It's through, though. Doing okay on time. Starts with his left foot, so that's good. Oh, but he stepped behind it.
Yep.
I thought he saved it.
Yeah, referee Jesse Wildman is right there. You could see him. And the rules of the course are simple, although simple to understand, hard to execute.
Yeah.
The competitors cannot touch anything that is black. You can only touch elements that are red. So you see the frame here is red. St. Lawrence Gap, everything is red. Oh, the framing here is black, and the fidget finale is red.
Yeah, it's not cheap, but it's effective. Done that for the last 2 years now.
You're right. It's very self-explanatory, and definitely not something that comes at a cost savings. They spent some money on this. Some cheering from an adult course over there as one of the runs comes to an end, a little short. And Quinn McLaughlin, from the guy that quit ice hockey to pursue the sport of ninja. Would expect really good balance from Quinn McLaughlin.
Oh, yeah.
Ice hockey players have just an innate balance to them. You don't excel at skating unless you're good with the balance.
Good dismount. Now let's see that balance on the lily pads. Oh, yeah, that was smooth. Very quick through the lily pads.
Quinn McLaughlin with some time here if he can get through the aerial barrels. Got about 5 seconds.
Oh,
he had it.
Just didn't get his hand high enough over that second barrel, and it spun out on him. See how he would have done? Yeah, just fine.
Yeah, massive forearm strength from the hockey player as well. Got to keep control of that stick with one hand most of the time. And
just tried to grab the top of that fidget spinner.
That's a couple of hard hits from Quinn McLaughlin, but you get the sense that he's done that before.
Oh, yeah.
He's not worried about running into anybody. Good run. Mindy Hilton is next up. One of the Masters female competitors. We got cheering going on here for a finisher over on the adult course as Mindy Hilton gets her run started. Masters and the young adults on the same course here. The difference, just some gapping.
Yep. I'm not sure there's any difference between these two courses.
I think the fidget finale looks a little farther apart on the adults, and you're right, they may be the same, and you're just doing it to save time.
Yeah. That's what they did last year for sure. Same setup as last year with how 6 courses for 7 age groups. dismount off the forward progress from Mindy Hilton. Got a little bit of time left for these lily pads. Might have enough time to get through the aerial barrel.
She went right foot first, so here's the tricky part for Mindy Hilton. Oh, she's going with the...
She's hopping it. That's how you do that.
There was a little
Aims
karate.
for one at a time.
A little karate kid right there. She's all twisted around.
Not really long enough for that.
How did she do that?
She's got 5 seconds.
She was outside the swing and figured it out.
She almost hit that truss. That would have been a disqualification immediately.
Mindy Hilton, it's been an entertaining run.
Yeah, unfortunately, not enough time left.
Well, she's out of time.
Yeah.
But Jessie's not going to take her off the swing.
She catches it. I'm not sure if any Masters... Oh, she's just going to give up.
Mindy Hilton was all out of sync and just kept fighting and got all the way through the lily pads. That's the standings on the Masters. The other standings are all available over the National Ninja League website. Tyler Kurtzall's young adult.
Strong.
You know Tyler?
Oh, yeah. He was on American Ninja Warrior Junior Season 1. He won't talk about that, but he should have done better than he did on that.
Well, that's the trick. They've already filmed Season 2, even though it started airing. You're not allowed to talk about it, but you can talk about Season 1.
Yeah, he was too old for Season 2, I believe.
You were too old for either of the seasons. There's so many ninjas in that gray area.
Come on, Tyler, come on.
Tyler's doing fine on time. Got about 10 seconds to get through this.
Looking good. If you can come through Tar Heel turn with
Tyler's
25 seconds left,
time.
You're okay.
Can he put it together here on these last 2 obstacles?
Yes.
Seamless transition. Again.
Fidget finale.
Tyler's looking very smooth. Got
Plenty-
12 seconds.
Plenty of time.
Smooth. He's going to be fine.
Make
And then there were 6.
Tyler Kurtzalls is through to stage 2.
He's pretty happy about that, too.
Chance to compete on the junior show a year ago, but a world championship still within his grasp.
Yeah.
Hunter Mose next up, another of the young adults. 6 finishers.
Yeah, Hunter from the Concord Gyms in Minnesota. Very efficient for these first couple obstacles. Oh, and just a miss. He just missed with his right foot on that 4th step.
Just lost his balance.
We've seen that happen to so many people. And unlike last year, when it was just the first 3 obstacles, every obstacle is knocking out a pretty equal amount of athletes here.
Yeah, that was something, that was a phenomenon of 2019. That last obstacle, the first half, the Monstro swing eliminated everyone but one in this age group. You're right, Henry, much more balanced this year. And Hunter Mose gets a chance to get over there and hit the buzzer. That's still a great thrill. He's disappointed. We'll see if the run is enough to put him through and still in competition. He has a chance to boost his points total in the world's strongest ninja competition over in the skills side.
And if you think about it, if he didn't miss on those lily pads, he would have finished the entire rest of the course.
Looked like it.
He got everything else.
All right, one of the Masters males. It's Dayan Yordanov.
Whoa.
Now they are playing a hockey game over in the big building of the Coliseum complex here in Greensboro tonight. There may be a Yordanov over there.
Oh, yeah.
Doing some
3
time.
of them.
No question, doing some time in the penalty box.
Oh, absolutely.
locked off here. Good 90-degree locked off elbows. That's something Akbar Bajgabiamilic likes to point out.
Yep. Right foot here on the lily pads. Let's see if it works out for him. Turns around, makes it work, but then he didn't.
And he knew it.
That last one is farther than the other ones. The distance from 4 to 5. And you really want to have your right foot on 4, which means starting with your left foot.
Says Gymnastics Palace on Dayan Yordanov's shirt there. The gymnasts have always had an advantage in this sport.
Yeah, just nothing left.
Poor Dayan actually touched the St. Lawrence gap and didn't hang on to it. That's a nice run, though, for Dayan Yordanov. I like that you got some knuckles from him.
Yeah. It's a guy you want to get knuckles from.
You're darn right about that.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, you got a father-son commentary team here on the Masters Young Adults course, at least for Wave 5, as John Paul Abella is next, a young adult male.
It's right through that rope. Another one not quite long enough to bridge the gap. Wants to make a quick hop. Starting with his left foot here, Smart. Smart taking his time, though. This is one that you can't rush.
Right, and that's the genius
Yes,
to me of
exactly.
this course. And there's another one right here. As you get to the aerial barrel, you can't rush the swing either. You want to, but you can't.
Yeah, this one extremely technical. Really got to be perfect on this.
With another 30 seconds, nobody rushes this obstacle, and everybody gets through
Absolutely, yeah.
it. John Paul showing some strength here.
Yeah, got to really be more aware of the clock, though.
John Paul is a guy, maybe didn't have the speed and explosiveness of some of the other ninjas, but you get through this somehow, and he was close. That could have been enough, and that run could still be enough to move him on to stage 2, and it'll be a great thrill to get to at least try it.
Yeah, not enough momentum there on the St. Lawrence gap, that first bar. It's all about how you start. You're not going to be able to move any while it's riding you down.
6 buzzers so far on this course, all in the young adult males, which means it takes a buzzer to move on and compete for a world title. Gary Samogi. Oh, a lot of speed right there through the steps. The building blocks is what they call them. They actually slightly padded. You don't really feel it when you're on them. They don't move at all.
Yeah, Velcro down to the ground. Really nice how DGS comes up with all these ideas to make things safer and just easier to build.
And that's really the key. You're transporting these obstacles down to a competition like this. Chris Wilczewski has his hands full with the course design and all the administration. They're not paying us a cent, by the way. We paid to be here, but you got to take your hat off to the work they have put in to put this show on. Gary Samogi just couldn't quite finish the forward progress. Gary's from Gym Warrior in Danvers, Massachusetts. Looks up to Travis Rosen, and Travis's son was standing just to Gary's left for a lot of the afternoon here. Travis is semi-retired now, right?
Yeah, he's not doing the show anymore. I'm not sure if he's doing any other of these leagues. I know his son competed earlier today.
Gary Samogi, it's really hard to stand on this swing and feel like it's going to take you all the way up there to that aerial barrel. And I think Gary is starting to figure that out. It's just not going to do it for you.
He's enjoying it, though. He looks like he's having a good time.
Yeah, Jesse Wildman might just,
Yeah.
Jesse said that you're not going to make it. Gary says, you know what, Jesse, you're right. A nice run, though. And if Travis could see that from the bleachers, he would approve.
No doubt about it.
That's the standings of the Masters division. You won't see my name on there. I'm on page 6. Next up, Carson Cooley. Carson Cooley trains mostly at home. Loves Najee Richardson.
Carson just missed a hand placement. Really lost him some time there and some energy. He was locked off before that, now going to the straight arms. Starting with his left foot, but momentum off.
Yeah, just a little wobbly there, and you can see it. Carson shaking it off.
Another one down on the lily pads. See if he can get through this aerial barrel. Yeah. Still smiling though. It's always good to see.
Highlight of the year for these competitors to qualify for the Worlds.
Yeah.
Opening ceremonies this year were something else.
Yep.
A parade of athletes coming through. And that's a good run there for Carson Cooley.
Yeah, he comes off, immediately tells his coach, maybe his dad, that was awesome.
They love doing it. Getting the hands on the obstacles. Joshua Brown is next. He is the Dino Ninja from Level Up Fitness.
I've seen this guy compete at a lot of Southeast competitions. He hangs with them. A little lower in points.
Level Up is the official host gym here, right, this week?
It's the closest gym.
They're the host gym.
Sure.
A wonderful National Ninja League
Ladies and
facility.
gentlemen, at this time, I would like to remind you once again that if you are
Right foot,
scheduled
though.
for skills
That's not going to
tomorrow,
help. Starts with his
your
right
wait
foot.
time is still to be determined.
And that's
In order to
why
ensure
she's turned around. He
athletes
got,
who want to
oh,
stage
they
2
rotate.
will not be
Okay.
double scheduled with skills.
He did
Joshua Brown made it work.
Did a little shuffle step there.
Run the stage 1 course.
You see there's his coach Chad Hone, the owner of Level Up.
8:30 to 10:30 p.m. this evening.
Attacking the aerial barrel from underneath.
You got to keep an eye on the clock, though.
The soonest you
He's
would have
already
to do
past the
your
point that
skills
the competitors have made it. Joshua Brown is going to have to make up some time. And he is
Taking
trying
back
to do
swings
it.
on that rope does not help. 10 seconds. He's going to get through the St. Lawrence gap. If he touches that rope, he's got to touch that rope. He does.
Okay, that could be a big step for Joshua Brown. Heading to tomorrow.
Now, they should give him that clear. They did not give him the clear.
So at 5:15, if you want to go to
I think the rope was supposed to be the clear.
Williams, make sure you are up
The
there.
rules video has it all in there.
Yep.
Maybe you have to grab it instead of touching it. We'll get clarification from Jesse Wildman. But first, a ninja we know an awful lot about. You cannot repress the spirit of Christopher Jones from Ninja Quest in Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah, he's the nature ninja warrior. He's a vegan.
Looks up to Kaya Alexander, also
Yep.
a vegan, and
Another
Ryan
vegan.
Stratus, who is not.
No, Ryan Stratus is not a vegan.
Christopher
Left foot.
Jones, this is a young man that when you're running and your sister's running or anyone in the gym that he knows is running,
Or he doesn't know.
he is on the sidelines
Yeah.
rooting for them.
He'll scream for everybody.
He is one of the best sportsmen in the building. You've got some of his gym mates on the far sidelines there rooting for him. He's barely got it, but he's not going to quit.
Good grab. Got to keep an eye on the clock, though.
Come on, Christopher. Got
Oh.
the second aerial barrel. His teammates rooting him on.
This will put him ahead of most of them.
Can you
10
get through
seconds.
this? Now get through the Tar Heel turn.
Yep.
Christopher Jones
Not
right in
enough
front of his
time
friends.
for the St. Lawrence gap.
Struggling on the rope. That is a heck of a run, though, for Christopher Jones, who is right there in front of his friends. He would be clapping for them. He's the first with a hug. And there's some of that as he exits the course. Easy to root for him.
Yeah.
He will root for you.
Yep.
Nicholas Watson is next, another of the young adult males. Nicholas is runner 33 in this wave. Watson on to forward progress.
Smooth.
Will he go left foot? Yes, he does.
Yes. And it just makes this part so much easier. Getting a big swing. Look at how he's breathing.
Watson is a tall drink of water as well. He's right in front of us now, and look at the size.
He kicked that pipe, but he made it work. Now we got to start from scratch. He might have enough time.
Gonna have to go, and
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Did not touch the black
Now he
mat.
really has to turn it on, though. He's taller, so that helps, especially
Watson.
right here.
St. Lawrence
This transfer. He might have time. No, now he doesn't.
Lost it with his left hand.
Hung
Now
up here.
Oh, he's trying to do a muscle up.
Didn't have anything left.
Wow, what a run from Nicholas Watson. It is so much fun to see these guys get the Tar Heel turn, and the pace of the run, it's like somebody hits fast forward.
Yeah. And you get to that second half, you can actually go fast. You can't really rush any of this early stuff.
Oh,
You just got to be as efficient as you can.
we just got to look. Nicholas Watson tore one of his fingers. Just ripped the skin down the side of one of his fingers
That'd
on
be
one of
the
the
rope.
ropes. Yep. Here's Austin Palmer. His ninja nickname is Austin.
Yes.
I see what he did there.
I think that's just a name, but yeah.
Ninja Logic, Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you put the nickname in the quotation marks. It's Austin Palmer.
Oh, just didn't quite get to the center of that lily pad.
Yeah. Started with the right foot again. And didn't even have that first move in him. Generating some momentum here on the swing. And another one tries to overgrip it.
Clear of the St. Lawrence ball. Do you have to grab the rope or hold the rope? Oh, it's not done so quickly. Okay. The end of the run for Austin Palmer. Next up is Dan Mathers, Masters male. You may have heard that clarification of the rules there from Jesse Wildman. The conclusion of the St. Lawrence Gap is actually touching the fidget finale. So here comes Dan Mathers, one of the Masters competitors. TA Fitness, Weymouth, Massachusetts. He has completed 2 different 100-mile races. Doesn't sound all that impressive until you realize he probably didn't use a car.
Huh.
100-mile race.
Even in a car, that takes a while.
Sure does. Usually about an hour. If you're
That's
in a
if you're
hurry.
going 100 miles an hour.
It's great math. Through the forward progress for Dan Mathers.
Right foot. Now watch as it turns him around. Right on this one. No, the next one.
Oh, he
Oh, yeah, he double
he
steps.
double stepped it. Dan Mathers had figured it out there.
Not efficient on time. He's only got 10 seconds.
Double step is tough to do. You really have to trust your balance. He did it, got through it. He's not going to have enough time to get through the aerial barrels.
Still an impressive run, though, from Dan Mathers.
You're hearing some of these roars from around here. There are, what, 7 different rigs set up?
Six courses
6
for
courses.
7 age groups, and then the skills rigs.
And we are in one of the other buildings, the other exhibit halls of the Greensboro Coliseum, and it is packed. There were at least 5,000 people here for the opening ceremonies. It looks like there's that many here again, and so you hear these groans. This is a palpable energy in this room. Eli Costa is next, young adult.
Yeah, this is the guy who trains with Matthew Bradley. No one knows where, but he trains with Matthew Bradley. Everyone knows Matthew Bradley.
And what do we know about Matthew Bradley?
He's really, really strong.
And no one knows where.
No one knows where he's from.
You know, in the wrestling business, they refer to that as parts unknown.
Okay.
Now we have a ladder. The ladder has been grabbed, and some red duct tape has been grabbed, and it looks like it's for our course. Perhaps the beginning of the forward progress has been hit again.
Yeah, so put Eli Costa on some ice.
Yeah, I see that pad has been slightly spread apart.
Yeah.
We have time to go ask him where he trains, but he probably won't tell us. Daniel Gill getting set to go over on the adult course. Huge round of applause for him. We work on the forward progress here. Somewhere there is a Home Depot or a Lowe's that's running out of red duct tape.
Or maybe that's something that DGS also sells.
They would have brought a lot of it anyway.
Yeah. Should be about ready now for Eli Costa. The ladder has been returned.
Okay, course has been repaired, and here we go. Young adult Eli Costa.
Taking his time on the steps.
That's Daniel Gill hitting a buzzer right there where Eli Costa is making his way toward with forward progress. All of these young adults know they'll be competing with those adults in the coming years, and I think, Henry, the fear is on the side of the adults. They know these kids are coming.
Yeah. Eli started with his right foot, going to take some time to turn around here on that lily pad.
Oh,
and a miss,
he didn't
and that's all it takes.
You said it. That last step is farther than the previous steps.
I've been saying it the whole time, left foot. Start with your left foot. You've seen it.
That swing is no picnic either. Eli Costa going through with just raw strength to hang on to the aerial barrel.
Not much time left for Eli either. And doesn't commit to that.
Yeah, that's St. Lawrence gap will not work unless you hit it the first time down. It's possible that there's a 7-footer somewhere that might be able to make that reach as R.J. Roman runs the adult course. R.J. makes the turn in about 30 seconds, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do here with William Warner, who is next up.
Won the teen age division 2 years ago for the National Ninja League.
A national and actually a world champion.
Yeah.
William Warner looking to do it again in a different age group. That's the applause of R.J. Roman, hits the buzzer. William Warner, a candidate to do the same.
Left foot, smart.
Good time for William Warner.
Yeah, Will's a veteran to this.
Does it with a minimal number of swings. You want to complete this obstacle with a...
Oh, he just missed. His right hand didn't get up there.
He made contact with the wrong side, with the underside of the aerial barrel.
Yeah, his right hand didn't get up and over.
Oh, disappointment for William Warner.
Yeah, and no problem with anything else. Like he was going to be at Jonah Brown's pace.
Yep, and he knows it now. Silver lining for William Warner. You can still make it to stage 2. You can still be the world's strongest ninja.
And he looks like the world's strongest ninja.
And he will not be the world champion this year. Jacob Porter is next. His ninja nickname, the Tree Goat.
Tree Goat.
Now, I gotta be honest with you here, Henry. I don't think there's such a thing as a tree goat.
Do goats grow on trees?
They do yoga now.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But I don't think all the yoga in the world is going to help the goats
No,
get into and then safely out of trees.
no. Well, maybe he's the only one. He looks like he could climb a tree.
Looks up to Jeff Britton, former American Ninja Warrior. He and Isaac Caldiero both hit the buzzer at stage 3. Both went up the rope in stage 4.
Stage 4, yeah. Yeah, Jeff Britton.
Just a little out of sync there. Looked like Jacob lost his balance and had already committed to letting go of the first barrel.
Yeah.
A little out of sync here. One-handed grab. Wow.
Using that reach.
He tried to get the top side of the
we've
fidget
seen a couple
spinner.
people try to do that, and it comes down with a lot of force.
Yeah, it seems like you can save time there.
You can't, though. It comes down too quickly.
It does.
You think you could glide through it grabbing the tops, but it just comes down too quickly. It just drops.
Good information and a good run for Jacob Porter. Just a little out of sync, though, in a spot we've seen a lot of runs come undone, and that is the aerial barrel. Kevin Bolster is next.
No, this is Gavin.
This is Gavin.
Yeah.
Gavin Romola.
Gavin looking very explosive early on. Good save. Right foot, though. And now watch as he gets turned around right there. Makes it work and gets through. Okay.
Also trains at level up. Looks up to Kevin Carbone, who would appreciate his ninja nickname of the Flying Flamingo. Kevin Carbone is here in the building this afternoon. Kevin, known as the Maker. He invented the wing nut, among others. Gavin, undaunted as he lost the hold of that last aerial barrel. He's making good time here.
Very explosive on that St. Lawrence gap. Just can't get to the rope. No time left. Yeah.
You admire
He's
Gavin.
feeling it too.
Yeah, but Gavin didn't stop.
He did not.
Such an emotional roller coaster for these young adults to fail on an obstacle and know that that's the end of the run and then keep going. And that was pretty impressive for Gavin. Joseph Molaro is next. He is the Bee Ninja, a Masters male.
Maybe this run will cause a buzz.
What's wrong with you?
Trying to get that side-to-side one. Now he's trying to go backwards. Okay.
Well, they just wanted to load up.
He's long.
The moves don't come as easy over 45.
Starting with the left foot. Still doesn't have the urgency.
Has a home gym, works out of the Ninja Barn or Gravity Forge as well. He has completed 10 marathons.
I think that adds up to he ran farther than the dude who ran the 100-mile races.
And indeed it does.
Yeah.
260 miles for Joseph Molaro.
The other guy just ran 200. So you ain't got nothing on this guy.
Joseph Molaro is going to run out of time on the aerial barrel. That's a pretty gritty run, though.
You look at the speed for the Masters through the lily pads. So many people have been going down on the aerial barrel.
Jackson Rankin will be next, a young adult male, a true North ninja. Looks up to Grant McCartney, who is also here this week.
Yeah, and like Grant McCartney, long hair.
You know, it usually winds up working that way.
Yeah.
Jackson Rankin working his way through forward progress. Almost overshot. You can overshoot that landing platform as long as you just keep going onto the lily pads, but that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Jackson knew it.
Jackson being very careful on the lily pads. Not sure why he matched there, and it's not helping him, but he gets through. Okay, made it work. Now really has to turn on the jets for these last few obstacles. Struggling to get that swing moving. Not going to have enough time to finish the course, but maybe he can clear a few more obstacles.
The Sunday runs still at stake. Jackson Rankin now playing for pride here, quickly around Tar Heel Turn.
Very quickly.
This looks fun.
Good throw, almost caught it. How about that bounce? You hit the pad, just bounced up.
Bounced right up and looked right back at it.
Exactly.
Exciting from Joseph Rankin.
Let's go, Connor!
Kid's made of rubber.
Grant McCartney could do that.
That was very Grant McCartney.
That was. That's exactly what Grant McCartney would do.
Let's go, Connor!
Aimée
Nice,
Potts
Connor, let's
next
go.
up. She is a Masters female, the equestrian ninja from Warrior Tech OCR. She looks up to Drew Dreschel. Drew is here this week. He will be competing, and he wanted to take a picture with me yesterday, and I told him we'd do it today, and that's where we left it.
I'm not sure that's how it went, but okay.
Is that how you saw it?
No, I think it was the other way around.
Aimée Potts with some powerful arms here and using them on forward progress. So interesting how the younger competitors with the speed and the elasticity, they kind of just generate their own momentum, and some of the Masters competitors, you just have to wait.
Yeah, you look at the times through that second obstacle. Young adults are 10, 15 seconds faster on average.
Aimee starting with the right foot, but she's double footing all these lily pads. I tell you, that's harder than it looks right there. Big smile on the face of Aimée Potts. Whoa. Well, all of the equestrians will tell you, you fall off the horse, you get right back on it. And there's no question that's what she's going to do. There's the standings of the Masters. We see in the crowd here looking on some of the dignitaries. Randy Bieber is looking on from Marietta, Georgia, former firefighter. And here comes Alexander Horoble. Excuse me, Horvat. No, it's Horoble.
Is that an L?
No. There's just a little streak on the mat right there. There he is.
Yeah, there's an L. Ooh. Caught that platform with his toes. Barely stayed on him.
Only a handful of runners left here in wave number 5. Alexander double footing it, and he saves it.
That forward momentum stopped it from tilting. And getting a huge swing.
Look at that move. He almost hit it with his nose.
Yeah. He could have caught that one on the previous swing.
Time is working against Alexander.
Yeah. Gets that second one moving, that's going to be a problem, and it is.
Accidentally kicked it. His coach says, just keep going. And Alexander says, yes, ma'am.
See how he does on this St. Lawrence gap. They let him keep going.
Oh.
Pops straight up, no out. Yeah.
An entertaining run from Alexander Horoble.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we're down to our final 5 here in wave number 5. Make that 6. It's been a pleasure getting a chance to call the action for you here on the YouTube stream. Henry and I will watch Lucy Katrick, the third of our family running. She'll be on the young adults, or what is she? She's a teen.
She's a teen, yeah.
She runs in the next wave at 6 o'clock. Here's Kyle Shay.
Yeah, Kyle from Iron Sports in Texas. Super strong. He placed top 10 in this age group last year. Gonna take a little bit more than speed to get that this year.
2 world championships on the resume of Kyle Shay.
Oh, okay.
Kyle's there, but you gotta go. You have 10 seconds left to get through here, is what we've seen. Oh, and it was gonna be close. I tell you what.
His height did not help him.
Right, he may have held on there, but his feet hit the ground. We'll never know.
See how he does on the rest of it.
Plenty of room.
Should have a little bit of time. Yeah, very fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a reminder that
another adult finisher as Kyle Shay works his way through the fidget finale.
It's Larry Simmons over on the adult course.
Kyle Shay a little caught up here. He's not swinging straight. And he heard the buzzer through the crowd. You can see the clock is right above those the fidget finale. The competitors can see that. There's a clock at the end of each run.
If
Not
you are
easy
a
to concentrate
competitor
on
in
it.
Wave number 6.
Yeah, it's not
This
something
is
that'll
your
matter in the middle of their
1 hour
run.
warning. Wave 6 will begin at 6 p.m.
Ethan Angelus is next
And
up.
additionally, to remind you all again, if you are scheduled for skills tomorrow, your wave time has not been determined and will not be determined until all athletes have run the stage 1 course in order to ensure there are no double bookings. The last stage 1 runs are scheduled to end at 10:30 p.m. tonight. And the National Ninja League will post information on the website following. The soonest you would have to report for skills in the morning is 7 a.m. for the 8 a.m. wave. And the soonest you would have to report for the stage 2 course would be 7:30 a.m. for the 8 a.m. wave. Thank you very much.
The groans from the adult course were Jesse Lebrecht. Couldn't make it through the aerial barrel. We are standing down here momentarily. Unfortunately, Ethan Angelus getting iced here a little bit as we're making a quick camera change.
Yeah, they gotta have a GoPro for all the footage needed for reviews if necessary.
Yeah, you're saying you can see the cameras that we can see the cameras. We're looking. Well, you're right. That's how they check it out. There have been a couple of runs reviewed.
Yeah.
We talked about the rules being pretty simple. Just don't touch black.
Yeah.
Here comes Ethan Angelus. He runs track, plays soccer, plays a couple of instruments, even writes his own music.
Yeah. Ethan Angelus has not touched anything black yet. Ooh, almost did there.
Works out at the Grips Gym. Looks up to Drew Dreschel and Flip Rodriguez.
Very easily generating the momentum there in that swing. He should have no problem going right there. Yeah,
Oh,
very seamless transition.
That was as smooth as we have seen all day. He just almost stepped to that thing.
And look at the clock. He's doing okay.
Now
He's a little bit slower. Yeah, now
up
he's
against
really
it.
got to go.
Okay, made it. Can he come up with something on the stretch run?
Tar heel turn.
Oh, not enough time for this. Ethan Angelus through the St. Lawrence Gap, and he knew it. That was an obstacle he was focusing on. Easy to sit here and say you got to run, but if you're physically not going to be able to complete the obstacle, there's no reason to rush it, and Ethan knew it. Time for a young adult female. Lily Albright will be next.
Nice work on the steps, building blocks.
Lily needing to climb up that rope, though. She didn't jump to it. She grabbed it.
Yeah,
so
she's
now
really got to climb faster because her momentum is running out. You see less and less every swing.
we have seen a knot in the bottom of that rope in previous years. There is no knot now, so you got to line your shoes up if you want to get some lower body grip.
And she's going with the S hook.
Oh, so close to the forward progress. Lily's fighting it. No quit in Lily Albright.
And now ran out of momentum. Got to really get that rope moving.
Well, she's got the rope. You need to get the soles of your shoes on there.
Yeah, and that'll save your arms for sure. But to get the rope moving, you really need to kick your legs out. And just nothing left for Lily.
Unfortunate. A little out of sync there very early, and Lily Albright couldn't manufacture something. There goes Michael Johnson.
Yeah, our next guy is coached by Michael Johnson. His name's Tristan.
You know, I was really thinking about getting him on staff. I was really thinking about getting him on picture too.
When you look at Michael Johnson, who's there in the red shirt on the far right of your screen, you're simply looking at greatness.
Yes. Let's see how Tristan does here.
Tristan Uchig.
Okay.
You didn't try it.
Yeah, I was not going to try it. I was going to let you try it. You did. Maybe you got it.
We'll never know.
Oh,
Just
went for the dynamic move and just missed.
one of the few Masters males with a coach, a world-class coach like Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
Most of us just don't think we're worth it.
Yeah, Tristan takes a class with Michael Johnson every Monday night.
That's at Ninja Quest. It's Glenn Davis's gym. Glenn Davis has competed on the TV show many times. Actually injured himself on the TV show.
Yeah.
Right in front of us. Kept his run going.
Yeah, had his best season ever last season. Made it to city finals.
Oh. So Tristan Uchig, he sent St. Lawrence Gap down the run. Tristan. Oh. Sent St. Lawrence Gap down the run and he couldn't grab onto it. The Master standings. Michael Johnson, greatness is here. We are announcing. Michael, we saw your run. How did it feel over there for you?
It was fantastic. I enjoyed the course. I got a little hung up on the swings, but all in all, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
Well, we enjoyed watching it. Now we're watching Bev Simonson, a Masters female. That's Michael Greatness Johnson. He has ice water in his veins. Now Bev Simonson, I believe we saw her husband run earlier out of Danvers, Massachusetts.
Hung up on this rope though. Again, running out of momentum. You really got to get on your first go.
Bragging rights in the Simonson family up for grabs.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but we did have another Simonson run earlier.
Bev makes it onto forward progress, and now she's going to really have to muscle her way down these cylinders. And this is going to be a big gap to make up. It's about a 2.5-foot reach from where her left hand is to where it needs to be. I tell you what, Bev Simonson looked like she could hang there forever. Unfortunately, she's out of time.
Yeah. I've seen that a lot in the Masters division. Just not enough time to get through the forward progress.
Nice catch by the coach, and I love that Bev has just decided she's going to continue. He's like, no, I'm going. Okay, no, you're not. Last runner in the wave is a young adult male from Conquer Fitness. It's Matthew Kruger. He says he has completed 1,170 feet on rings. Do we think that's total distance that he traversed? Back and forth and back and forth. I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's a lot of rings.
It sure is. That sounds like it took a while.
I mean, it depends on the length of the ring, obviously, or the length of the strap.
Can we get a seventh finisher as the last run of Wave 5? Matthew Kruger, a big save.
And he started with the right foot, and it almost hurt him there. This is where, and now he's fine, yeah.
That obstacle is over with. Matthew Kruger about 10 more seconds to get through here.
A little bit slow.
Still time to make it up.
Yeah, there's time. Absolutely.
You want to be done with this with about 25 seconds left. He's a little behind that.
And just didn't have the grip there.
Well, you see how fast things happen on the back half of this course. Matthew Kruger has 12 seconds left in the run. He's facing the wrong way.
Almost got it.
Still touched it. That is an incredible aerial adjustment from Matthew Kruger. It will not be enough to get to the buzzer, and that will conclude Wave 5. Henry, what'd you think?
We saw some finishers. More finishers than we've had in any other wave. So
we are up to 6 finishers. All the divisions are streaming here on YouTube, the various channels. For Henry Katrick, I'm Brian Katrick. The hard work of this entire crew continues. Enjoy the rest of the NNL World Finals in 2020.
Stop dying.